in Newbury, not his real name. Simon, this is a tale of audacity of youth, spatial awareness and a little nerve. It's the 1970s, and I and my then-wife and a close friend were on a holiday in the Lake District. We'd rented a cottage in the village of Armathwaite, which lies to the north of the lakes. Probably got that wrong.
No, you've got it right.
Right?
Right.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
And on the eastern side of the M6. To gain access to the lakes entailed a trip down the M6 to Penrith, followed by a cross-country run on the then A66 to Keswick. My Mark I Escort would fly along the route each day, almost on autopilot, until, that is, it came to the weekend. Weekends meant excessive holiday traffic. This meant the ancient and windy A66 degenerated at best to a very slow crawl. I'd noticed there was hope for the future, but the very distant future. I could see that there was construction underway for a new dual carriageway bypass section of the A66, running almost in parallel with the existing road. Being the weekend, there was no sign of any construction activity. Temptingly close, therefore, was a long new stretch of virgin tarmac with just the odd stationary digger and dumper adorning it. Don't do it, Woody. Crawling along in this dreadful queue of traffic, I could see a small farm lane on the right-hand side, which clearly headed towards and across this new stretch of virgin tarmac. Debate, and then action kicked in. No oncoming traffic, so on with the indicator and a fast right turn down the farm track. Shrieks from my passengers, "What the bloomin' heck are you doing?" Calmly replied with a brazen, Trust me. The farm track dropped down into a dip, over a small bridge, then up to the right, and then, if desired, continued across the newly created A66. A quick look left and right, no traffic, obviously, and more to the point, no sign of any workmen. Indicator on again as we turned left onto this empty road to traffic freedom. What could go wrong? Bombing along, taking the racing line around stationary construction vehicles, we could see the stationary traffic going nowhere across the valley on the traditional old-fashioned A66. We were almost tempted to wave. The prospect of Keswick was suddenly looking much closer and sooner than we had anticipated. Disaster then loomed in the shape of what was known in those days as a motorbike Bobby, a.k.a. Speed Cop. Standing in the middle of our new highway to heaven, he was resting up watching the A66 traffic stream while stretching his leathers. I believe that's the expression.
Yes.
Not unexpectedly, he turned his head in surprise at the sound of a Mark I Escort coming up behind him. Immediately his hand was in the air, with its palm directed at our approach and very clear in its demand. As we drew alongside the policeman, I wound down my window, no electric windows, and a Mark I Escort.
Yeah.
This was followed by, and here, this is the perfect thing for a policeman to say in these circumstances.
Yes.
Good morning, sirs and madam. Quickly followed by, could you be so kind as to tell me how you managed to be on an unopened stretch of the A66?
Yes.
Well, a big fine and a stretch in porridge seemed inevitable. But quick thinking, I breathlessly garbled. We were coming across country from the north. Our map suggested we would hit the A66. On arriving at what looked like the main road, we turned right after travelling for a few minutes, realised things weren't quite right, but decided to stick with it, as it was the right direction for Keswick. This resulted in a somewhat sceptical, "Is that so, sir?" from the Bobby, followed by, "Would I be correct, sir, in assuming that you won't be sticking with it in future?" Yes, officer. In which case, hold it there, sir, while I stop the traffic to allow you to filter in, and you can join and be on your way. Not that they speak like this in Cumbria. He was followed by an even more sceptical, this time on the correct A66. Which, to our utter amazement, he then proceeded to do. He stopped the traffic, waved us out, and saluted us past. Anyway, I think we got away with it. Onwards to Keswick with my heart rate slowly coming back to normal, accompanied by raucous laughter from passengers and drivers. But this is where I need to seek forgiveness, please, and apologise, obviously, from the helpful member of the constabulary for being somewhat creative with the truth, because I wasn't exactly saying... and that's very bad.
Yeah.
But also deeply apologise to all the queuing motorists who've been there for hours. Not only had we leapfrogged them, but we had rubbed salt into the wound by making them wait while we were ceremoniously filtered back into the traffic stream fully sanctioned by a member of the constabulary. Father Simon, if looks could kill.
Oh, yeah.
And obviously don't try... Oh, obviously I realise that this was a mistake and I will never do it again.
Yeah.
We probably owe an apology also to the government official who made the grand opening of this stretch of the new highway. As he or she cut the ribbon, they were probably thinking they were unleashing the first private vehicle to ever grace this new section of the A66. Little did they know that I had been there first. Anyway, can I get forgiven, please? Woody, not my real name, in Newbury. We've all been tempted. We've all been tempted and we've all said no, Woody. We've just said no, but you didn't, you weak person. Sister Katie, what do you say?
Yeah, Woody, you're not forgiven. We concluded earlier in the week, so Matt, I don't know how you're going to forgive Woody, because we concluded that queue jumpers, never forgiven, not okay.
That's
not
true.
allowed, and that is exactly what you did, Woody, in quite a dangerous fashion.
That's
so
true. We
forgiven.
had another queuing confession. Brother Matthew.
Watch me wriggle into a forgive here. First thing to say is Armathwaite, lovely part of the world, gorgeous place. I mean, listen, he saw an opportunity, didn't he? Saw an opportunity which, let's be honest, which of us could honestly say we wouldn't have done the same? We'd have all done the same.
No, well, we haven't
I'm
done
pretty
the same.
sure we'd have all done the same.
We haven't done the
and
same.
anyway, he
Not
ended
me.
up back in the jam anyway, so no harm done. And also, so yes, forgiven.
He didn't tell the truth to the policeman.
That's also true, but I like to think the policeman was exercising some discretion
well,
there.
that's certainly true.
So for that reason, I choose to forgive.